So, all right, I'll clear it up for you and your chat. So we got
because we obviously need you to fantasy explain us. Go ahead.
Who you got for number one receiver on the Saints? You got Michael Thomas.
Okay, Olave. Yeah.
But why is that?
Why is that?
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Take a lap.
603 caller, you're live.
Hey, I got a take for you on your fantasy football show.
Okay, who is this?
This is Matt.
Matt, okay. You got a take for my fantasy football show. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
You're live.
All right. You want to hear the take, or am I live right now?
You're live on the show, bro.
All right, here we go. All right. You give me that first pick, Michael Thomas over Olave. Or no, not first pick, but when it comes to those receivers. Who you taking and why?
What? I don't understand your question.
What do you mean you don't understand? So
Hold on. Yusuf, do you understand him?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yusuf, do you understand what he's saying?
I didn't get this question.
Chat, do you understand what he's saying? Like you maybe he's acting like I should have known what you said. It didn't sound clear.
So all right, I'll clear it up for you and your chat. So we got
because we obviously need you to fantasy explain us. Go ahead.
Who you got for number one receiver on the Saints? You got Michael Thomas.
Okay, Olave. Yeah.
But why is that?
Why is that? Because he is probably one of the best wide receiver prospects coming out of the sophomore wide receiver class that has the potential to be a top 5 to 10 wide receiver. Michael Thomas can't stay healthy. Michael Thomas is aging. Michael Thomas's injury risk is through the roof. Olave's young. There's predictability here. We're trying to predict what Olave is going to become.
How can you predict an injury, though? You know what I'm saying?
How can you predict? You can predict injury all day long. Don't tell me you can't predict injury guy, because that doesn't work, bro. That doesn't work. You can absolutely stave off injury.
Bijan's going down.
What?
You think Bijan's going down? Injury,
No.
ACL?
No. You can't predict all injuries, but you can stay away from injury-prone players, bro. Do you think Michael Thomas isn't an injury-prone player? I got a bridge to sell you. If you don't,
I don't think Michael Thomas is an injury-prone player.
Okay, so let me just give you a little taste of what the chat thinks, because I like going to the chat to see if maybe I'm off base, Matt. Maybe I'm off base. So if you believe Michael Thomas is an injury-prone player, put a injury-prone yes. If you don't think he is, put a not injury-prone or no. Okay, let's just see
so what about Breece Hall?
Because you're acting
all over him.
You're acting like I'm crazy. You're acting like it's a weird stance to like Olave over Mike Thomas. Number one, bro, the ADP has Olave in round 2 on Underdog Fantasy. Thousands and thousands of drafters. Every series of drafts they do says Olave's a round 2 guy. And Mike Thomas is what? Where's Mike Thomas going? Let's see where Mike Thomas went. 9th round, 102. How are you in here debating that you're like, really? How do you like Olave or Mike Thomas? When Mike Thomas is going 102 and Olave's going in the 2nd round. Like, what do you mean? Like, if you came in here, Matt, and said, I got a bold prediction for you, Smitty. I got a bold prediction. The bold prediction is that Mike Thomas outscores Olave. You know what I'd say to you? That is bold, bro. Yeah. I disagree, but that is bold, and I 100% disagree. But you came in here as if I need to explain to you why I'm way ahead on Olave versus Mike Thomas. Olave was number 1 in the National Football League by a country mile in air yards before Winston went down. What does Carr do? Throws deep passes like he showed last year to Devontae Adams, and laser locks on that particular wide receiver. Mike Thomas is not that wide receiver. That receiver's Olave. He's gonna be top 3 in air yards.
Quarterback in the league right now.
Does it matter if Derek Carr's a top 10 quarterback, or does it matter that Derek Carr fed Devontae Adams 14 touchdowns, 1,300 plus yards, and 100 plus receptions? What really matters with the conversation you and I are having right now? That's my question.
Well, no, Adams is better than Michael Thomas, but Michael Thomas over Olave any day of the week.
Well, then you're alone. You're by yourself.
Does any of your chat agree with me, or is
bro?
everyone on your
The
side?
entire ADP agrees with me, and the chat agrees with me.
What about Travis?
What about Travis? Who's Travis? Travis Rowe?
Yeah, one of your mods. I like him. He's nice.
I highly doubt Travis is on team Mike Thomas over Olave. If he is, he's at least going to not be shocked.
All right, next bold take, Breece Hall.
Well, hold on. You're just like going to end this debate?
No, I'm still going as long as you want to. I just don't want you to kick me off because you think I'm trolling you. But I'm
no, I'm not. I mean, I do wonder if you are trolling me for one, but because you're acting surprised on these very, very obvious, takes. But go ahead.
You can't really show you're like, oh, this guy's gonna be just like your Bijan takes. I don't think Bijan should go first round because you don't know how he's gonna. He hasn't had a year yet.
Bro,
you can predict.
You and I might not be a match here for me, content creator. You viewer.
Tender. I ain't trying to be a match with you.
I'm not trying to send you away because I do hope you stay. But my content's not catering to your style. If you believe Bijan's not a first rounder, bro. If you believe Bijan's not a first rounder, I honestly don't know how I can even break through to you on anything. If you truly believe
he hasn't even touched the NFL field yet.
So, are you not predictive? Or is this is Captain Obvious, Oscar type stuff we're talking about here, bro? You need to see it. You need to see it. It has to be on the field. You're not going to invest in Bijan until he actually is the number one overall. When you're paying that value, when you can get him at 4, 5, 6, 7 right now, and with a smile.
Hey, I'm telling you, if Bijan goes off, I will give you an $100 super chat, and I'll be like, you know what, Smitty, you were right. But until then, I am honestly going to be on the Bijan hate trade.
Matt from where? Let me put you on the phone line here. Matt from where? Boston. And what's your YouTube handle? What's your YouTube handle so we can look for it and we'll be like, where's Matt? He owes us a $100 super chat.
It's New York. Can I get in on that?
Wait, hold on. It's New York what?
New York Barbershop.
Okay, New York Barbershop.
And it's a picture of me holding the fish.
Okay. You might want to stick to fishing, Matt. You might want to stick to fishing.
I promise you, I'll keep you to this word, to this day.
Okay. Look, Ron Navy's on the phone. He's got the memory of an elephant. You just imprinted this little projection in Ron Navy's brain, and he's going to be coming for you. Every show, he's going to be like, where's Matt? Where's Matt from New York, the barbershop?
And guess what? I'll be on there every show.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
We'll talk about Bijan's performance every weekend.
Yeah, please do, Matt. Go ahead. Hold on. Let's don't hang up, Matt. We like this.
Ron, Matt,
go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I got a couple things to say. Okay, and you're all over Michael Thomas. Well, what has he done since 2020?
4-time Super Bowl champ, 5 times.
No. What has he done since 2020 is my question. I'm not talking about from 2019 and before where he obviously crushed it. I'm talking about from 2020, what has he done? Answer that question, please.
Honestly, you're right. He hasn't done stuff, but you got to trust in the vets. You don't know about these rookies. You can't just say, "Oh, he's gonna be good. He's good in college."
Why hasn't he done anything since 2020? Because he has been on the
team. You give him a quarterback like Mac Jones.
No, he's been hurt. The answer is let me help him, Ron. Let me help him. He's been hurt. He's been hurt.
Who was your quarterback?
No, he's been hurt. No, it does. His quarterback doesn't matter. Matt, it doesn't matter who his quarterback was. He's been hurt the entire time. It's a trick question for you. It's a trick question, Matt.
Since 2020.
He's been injured. He's been injured, Matt.
He missed the whole 2021 season.
Well, that's just unlucky then, right?
No.
He had 40 receptions. 40 receptions.
Hey, I got to go, boys. My ride's here, but Thomas for Olave, I'll call back in an hour. I promise. I'll be with you guys.
Yeah, sure you will. All right, Matt. Appreciate you. He's already bailing. He's not coming back for the $100 super chat.
It's stat facts, Matt. It's stat facts.
Hey, Ron, would you be willing to...
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want to wager this. I'm just asking how confident you are that he ever returns to pay that $100. I'd almost bet $100 with someone he never comes back to super chat the $100. This is gonna be a big circle. Look, this guy. This guy, you know what this guy was, Ron? He was an obvious Oscar, and I appreciate him, and I do hope he stays because he could learn something. But he came in here with this aggression, like in a polite way. Like he wasn't a rude guy. He didn't come in as a full troll or anything like that. No. Matt from Boston. I mean, I just couldn't believe how conservative Caleb he sounded, in that if it hadn't been proven yet. Like this guy's not taking anybody that hasn't done it already. Like this guy's. I'm telling you, he's taking Jacobs all day long in like round 2. He's taken Mike Thomas. He's taken Keenan Allen in round 3 or 4. This guy is going to be all about what has a player done before. I'm not going near a player. He didn't go near Hurts. I can tell you right now, Matt was in a bunch of different shows, probably got kicked out of those and came over to ours from last year, probably saying that Jalen Hurts can't be a good quarterback. Jalen Hurts, that is such an anti-Matt player. Jalen Hurts hadn't done it yet. What are we doing here?
It's Matt here, Smitty.
Oh, okay, Matt. Matt, go ahead. Just barge on in. You think I'm ignoring your call? I'm not ignoring your call. In capital letters, you're obviously digitally screaming at me saying, "Bud said he wants to keep me on, but he won't answer the call." This is a busy show, Matt. Okay, it's not easy to dial into the show, but go ahead.
That was a dumb comment.
Yeah, that's all right. Not your first of the night, but Matt. Hey, Matt. Before we get into it, I just want you to know up front that I respect.
Not my first of the night. So you don't think the Michael Thomas over Olave?
Are you really asking me this again after we just the whole chat just told you how wrong you are, and the whole chat thinks you're crazy?
Well, do you think that was my bad comment?
Yeah, I think it's a really bad take.
All right.
Yeah, but Matt, hold on. Let's start this off on the right foot. Let's start this off on the right foot. Number one, I respect you for calling in the first time. I respect you even more for calling back, and I respect you for standing your ground. But I do feel like the reason I came off the way I did, and probably will continue to, is you came in as if I'm the one that has the explaining to do. That's like walking into a room going, "The world's flat." Okay, the world's flat. And then you look around the room, you're like, "You don't think so?" Don't you realize, it's almost like you're unaware, Matt. Don't you realize you're the one that has to explain to us what you're talking about, because no one agrees with you. Like, you're walking into a room full of people saying the world's flat. Wait a minute, you don't agree? It's like you're the one saying the crazy stuff. Mike Thomas, be the better wide receiver.
Isn't that what a bold take is, though? Like, most people won't agree with you.
Matt, it wasn't that it was a bold take. You came in as if it was expected, and you were shocked. And you were shocked that I told you that the chat was going to disagree with you. You're like, "What? You think the chat?" Like, you were really very, very unaware that the chat was going to disagree with you. It was almost like you don't know what the ADPs are, because Mike Thomas is going around 9. And Olave's going around 2.
I think you can't I know, ADP, it's the best reasonable pick for that spot. But, you got to take risks. Even your whole chat was saying, you got to take risks. You got to take Bijan, Yeah, he hasn't touched the NFL yet, but you got to take a risk. So that's, a risk I would take.
That's not a calculated risk, though. Come on. What are we talking about?
I want to seriously. I want to bet against you, Matt.
Michael Thomas?
I really want to bet. Oh, Lord.
Matt, the problem with what you're saying is you're okay with a risk all of a sudden, which we all know you're not.
Delusional, Smitty.
I know, but Matt, we all know you don't like risk. You can't come in here and pretend all of a sudden you're a risk taker. You're not a risk taker at all, and that's okay. You use the Kleenex on the door handle. I sometimes do that too, Matt. It doesn't make you a bad person. I'm just saying you will not take a risk.
I'm a risk taker if I'm going to take Thomas over Olave.
Because you delusionally think that he's better than him, and you're shocked. You were shocked that we didn't agree with you. Don't act like this is a bold take now. You thought this was obvious when you walked in the chat. You walked in as if it was completely obvious. That's all my whole point is. Number 2, Matt, you do have to take a risk, bro. And I guarantee you, don't lie to me, Matt. Tell me the truth. You didn't believe in Jalen Hurts last year. I know you didn't. He was inaccurate. You didn't like him. Just admit it.
I mean, yes, you're right.
I have a psych degree. I have a psych degree. I know what I'm talking about here. I can read you like a book. What I'm saying, bro, is you're going to be late to the party 9 times out of 10. And that's okay if that's the way you want to roll into a party. But if you don't get on the Bijan train early because you're afraid that it's going to, you know, the train.
Hey, let's figure out who wants to show up to a party early.
Wow.
I mean, that's your first good point of the night.
Hey. All right, I'm on a good step.
Hey, touche. That's the first good point of the night. Let's go over to Ron. Ron Navy, you got any other words for this guy? Let me just also say, Matt, you're a nice guy. Like you've been taking it pretty hard, like a punching bag, and you're still very nice and pleasant. So I want you to know you're always welcome here. Your takes are a little out there, but like you're a pleasant person to speak to. Hey, Matt, I would say that Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Kenneth Walker, Dameon Pierce, those type of St. Brown, those type of lands that we had, and the misses we had that we couldn't control. You can't control the ACL tear, and to your point earlier of predicting injury, you can't control a freak ACL tear. And it just so happened 2 of my top 5 bold predictions were the 2 players that had the ACL tears. So it ended up being a very crazy year for us because we hit so many things to help support and recover from those 2 injuries. But had Breece Hall stayed healthy, he would have been arguably the number 1 or number 2 running back in fantasy football, even with the late start. Even with the late start, this guy started in week 4, got injured in week 7, and he still would have been the number 1 or number 2 running back on the year. He had, in his game where he got injured, he had 70 yards and a touchdown on about 3 carries. He was phenomenal.
Breece Hall was killing him when he got the starting job. It was incredible.
Yeah. So anyway, all I'm saying is, bro, believe me when I tell you this, bro. Bijan is different. He is different in every sense of the word. He's going to probably lead the league in carries. He's probably going to lead the league in yards. He's probably going to lead the league or be in the top 2 or 3 in touchdowns. He'll probably be in the top 5 in PPR production. He's going to be all over the field. He's the highest character player I've seen come out of college at the running back position in some time. He's a hard worker. He's humble. He's hungry. The team is not just running their mouth saying, we're going to throw the ball to him. We're going to put him in the slot. How many coaches tell you, we're going to run him in the slot? They don't do it. They're doing it. And Smith, this entire system knows how to run the football, and they're probably the best or top 5, at least, in the National Football League in drawing up and designing running plays. Tyler Algier was number 1 or number 2 in the entire National Football League in the final 5 weeks of the season last year. What do you think is going to happen when they put a much superior running back in that same system with Kyle Pitts now there, with Ritter getting an entire offseason to practice as the starter? I'm telling you, bro, Bijan's going to average 4.9 to 5.2 yards per carry. He's going to rip off, he's going to have 1,500 yards on the ground. It's going to be an unbelievable season. And all these people that are freaking out about me saying he's number 1, running back number 1, he's over Christian McCaffrey. In a redraft league, I draft Bijan over Christian McCaffrey. He's my RB1. And the people that are freaking about that freaked out when we talked about this stuff at 6. I remember, Ron, I don't know if you remember when I sent you a message and I said, Ron, I'm going to do it. I'm going to drop a Bijan. I take a number 6 overall. I don't care anymore. I don't care about ADP. I'm taking him 6. And you're like, don't do it, Smitty, because then the ADP is going to rise and everyone's going to have a license to go take him in the top 6. Every step of the way, I've been like, I want it to be known that this is my running back 1. And people freaked out about that. Now he goes in the 6-7 territory like clockwork. But that was bold. It's just going to get bolder and bolder and bolder. Before you know it, there'll be 15, 20 analysts out there that are saying, I got a bold take. He's my number 1 running back. You're going to start seeing that all over the place. I promise you.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Like, you got a lot of, backed up information. You did your research and your homework on.
What is that?
What?
I don't know who's doing that. I'm waiting too, Smitty.
Okay, hold on. Cali Loco, is that you talking right now?
Yeah, I'm waiting, but that's
so
not
that
me,
wasn't you. Dr. Walter, is that you? Are you working on an animal right now? What was that?
No, it was not a.
Okay, so Nick, was that you?
No, it was not me.
So, Ron, was that you?
There it is again.
Me.
Then it's Matt. Matt, it has to be you. It has to be you, Matt.
Got some damn children on the line.
I've been waiting here, man.
There's no. Who's making the sound, Matt? That's what we're asking.
It's not me, man.
I don't know why people don't admit it. I don't know. Maybe it's not Matt, but why can't someone admit they're?
Like, how can you say that to me? That's like saying Bijan's going first round. Like,
See, that's because that's what I don't trust you, Matt. I don't trust your judgment.
yeah, they don't trust me.
Clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Oh God, he hung up. God, man. See, I knew he wasn't going to come back. He just hung up. But Matt, call back. Don't end it like that. Not to mention, Matt, you were going to give me another Breece Hall take, which I was very curious to hear. And if you hung up now, none of us believe you're coming back to drop your $100 super chat if you literally bailed off the line right now.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.